of you may be aware of the concept of reverse aging from Hollywood movies like The Curious Case of Benjamin Button or The Age of Adeline. But what if I told you that real science might be catching up in that direction? Hi, I'm Soumya Pillai and welcome to ThePrint Pure Science. At the University of California, San Francisco, researchers have identified a single protein in the brain that could unlock the ability not just to slow down memory decline, but actually turn the clock backwards. The protein is called FTL1 or ferritin light chain 1. Normally, ferritin proteins are part of the body's iron storage system. Our brain has a curved structure in the temporal lobe called the hippocampus that is crucial for learning and memory, particularly for memory consolidation from short-term to long-term storage and spatial navigation. In the hippocampus, which is also known as the brain's memory hub, FTL1 keeps building up as we age, and too much of FTL1 after a certain age, instead of helping, starts becoming harmful. Neurons lose their ability to form the branching connections they need to store and share memories. To prove this, UCSF researchers ran an experiment on mice. When they increased FTL1 in young mice, their neurons thinned out, their connections weakened, and their memory performance tanked. But when they reduced FTL1 in older mice, the opposite happened. Their neurons grew new branches and their memory improved. And scientists realized that they were not just hitting a pause on the symptoms of aging as we know it, but were also seeing the signs of rewinding the clock. They saw that FTL1 does more than choke off connections. It also disrupts metabolism inside brain cells, which means basically draining their energy. But here is another interesting thing that the team found. When they gave cells a metabolism booster, the neurons fought back, restoring some of their activity even with high FTL1. That basically gave researchers two possible ways forward. One was lowering FTL1 itself or supercharging the brain's energy to resist its effect. Now, how does that fit into the larger story of brain aging science? For years, researchers have been searching for ways to rejuvenate the brain. One famous line of work came from experiments on young blood plasma. When blood from young mice was given to old mice, their memory and learning improved. This discovery inspired global interest in the so-called youth factors. Interestingly, some of those experiments also come from UCSF's Saul Villeda, who's also the scientist behind this new FTL1 study. Other researchers have also been focusing on neuroinflammation, which is the idea that aging brains become clogged with chronic immune activity, which damages neurons. By reducing inflammation, scientists have been able to improve memory in animal models. And of course, there's the ongoing race to treat Alzheimer's disease. Drugs like lecanemab targets amyloid plaques, which are the sticky protein clumps that builds in patients' brain. Those therapies are about clearing damage. But what makes FTL1 exciting is that it's not just about preventing harm, but also about actively restoring lost function. It points to rejuvenating and not just protecting. The biggest caveat to this work is that this in no way means that a pill for memory loss is right around the corner. These findings are still limited only to mice and cell models, and translating them to human therapies will take years. But now at least scientists have a precise target to test. Instead of vague goals like improve cognition, they can focus on dialing down FTL1 or boosting brain metabolism in specific ways. And the bigger picture is that for the first time, we are starting to see that aging in the brain may not be a one-way street. Whether through proteins like FTL1, young blood factors, or anti-inflammatory strategies, researchers are learning how to bend the trajectory of aging. That was all from me. My name is Soumya Pillai and you were watching Pure Science.